Peergrade is an assessment platform. It's free for students and for teachers. I am using it to design a performance task for my students. It has lots of different capabilities. Primarily, it all revolves around creating a rubric. So this screen shows the performance task that I created for my students. So the task that I want them to do is create a division problem that they might see at a birthday party. And then I included the 4 components that I would want them to include in it. If you look to the left side, it has a table. And I don't have any students in the class, so it's a little bit harder to see. But basically, I set it so that students are able to work in their Google Drive and upload their responses that way. And that students would be giving feedback to at least one other student. So I'm going to go to my class overview. And then I'm going to click on the actual performance task. So this is the screen that shows the actual performance task in terms of dates. It has open dates, closure dates, and when the window is open for students to provide feedback. Like I said before, it all centers around a rubric, and teachers can design the rubric to make it adaptable for students at any skill level. Since my students are students in an applied math class, I don't want them really working so much on weighing things between like a scale, like a 1 to 5 scale. I created my rubric so that they would have to evaluate it based on whether another student's assignment that they turned in contains the evaluation criteria. So just a basic yes or no. And then I also had it set up so that they are giving them written feedback on their assignments. If I had students that would actually have done it, it synthesizes the results for you based on the rubric and the submissions. And if we go into this screen, we can preview it as a student. So this is the rubric that the students would see as they scored in other students. So they would write their comment that that would correspond to why they picked yes or no for each component of the rubric. Another feature of Peergrade is a live feature. So you can create a live session. So basically what that means is that you give students a class code, they log in, they submit their assignments live. It keeps track of how many people have joined, and then it just deviates assignments to other students to score and to provide feedback for other students. And it can be based on a rubric that you create. My rubric's pretty simple. I don't have students in my class mention something that they did well, mention something that they need to improve on. It synthesizes the results for you based on your rubric and the reviewers. So it gives you lots of different data points to look at. It has lots of different capabilities, and it's great because it's all centered around a rubric, and lots of students do really well when they have a very clear rubric that they're working with.